Stand short. Probably empty cancel into medium Tatsu. Or EX Tatsu even if he has the bar. Which he does not yet. Nice. That's a lot of damage, I guess. Oh my god. This is actually one touch from death. That was a good frame trap. Oh my god. Even when it ends, it doesn't end. If you ask Chris Terran, Ken is the worst character in the whole game. Ooh. Colleen and Ken, if memory serves. I don't know if it depends on the matchup or in tournaments, he just always picks Colleen. Medium DP. That's fine. That might be more reliable than Backfierce in this matchup. And it's not really weaker. That's good. He actually would have had a punish there. He missed having a punish because he view reversed that feel. Ken, if he does TC into anything except EX Fireball. Oh. Yeah, wait it out. 25 seconds is totally doable. Wait it the fuck out. Throw fireballs. Do mostly nothing. No need to do anything right now. If I was Chris T, I would just wait. A-okay. Let him throw you. I would not have even hit that button. That was well played. Played that endgame perfect. Nice nice confirm. I like how all the Shotos do that now. I guess Akuma doesn't. But like Ryu, Ken, Sakura. Stand jab, stand short DP. Ooh. Yeah. Light Tatsu, hard Tatsu. That's the ideal ender there. Oh no, that's it. This might kill. With the 2EXs it will. He didn't even... he wasn't even going to spend one bar. That's fine. Oh, punish. He didn't go for it. That's fine. When you save the meter and then you fucking... You're on a 50-50 to die. That was awkward. That sweep. I think he might have been minus there because of that. Don't think he wanted it to play out that way. Nice. No, it wasn't a range issue. He didn't even get the cancel. He got V-skill into no follow-up. Which is not an impossible. Like, even if you're good, you can make that mistake here and there. It's, like, pretty easy not to do it, but it's just, you know. Say medium kick into V-skill kick, I think, like, always works. Unless you're, like, using it as a, like, counter poke. Medium kick has a big step inward and it forces stand. So it's very combo friendly. This will kill. You actually get dash in into double roundhouse there. Fun fact. The only player I've ever seen do that is Tokido, but it's max damage. Low forward or whatever button, low strong, EX fireball. If it doesn't knock down, you can react to the fact it's not going to knock down because it's that far away. And you can do dash in, like micro walk, stand roundhouse, and then stand forward from there. Does an ass ton. May have to be standing though. Gotta be aware of that. You can do a jab forward there, and it makes it easier to react to. Then canceling the jab straight away. It also does more damage. The counter hit is guaranteed there. Punish. Yeah. DP might have been too far. If he did one jab into medium Tatsu, or hell, I think medium. I think stay medium kick the medium Tatsu would work, right? I think Ken's like -5 or worse after DP trigger. I haven't fought a bronze player in Street Fighter 5 in a long fucking time. Like someone who truly doesn't know what the hell they're doing. I think Ken is okay. He's stressful to fight, but I wouldn't go as far as to say I think he's strong. You have to be on point or else you take a lot of damage. Or you let him slide through a lot of things that should be punished. And that overhead is actually mad good. People don't give it enough credit. It's a good overhead. Well, it's not a good overhead, but the reward is good. Ooh, counter hit. It was standing, but it's counter hit. You don't care if they're standing or crouching. That was good. That's good awareness from a Ken player. Reacting to counter hits is not so hard, but it's always cool to see. That's probably true now. I feel like it used to be Rashid, but now it's probably Ken. Rashid was like steel turns the character, but a lot of it got worse. Nice. Move the screen position to force him to land on the fireball. If he didn't walk forward, Akuma would have hit the corner and then fallen straight down rather than falling down and back, and he would have gone over the fireball. It's a subtle little skill. Never jump backwards over fireballs, especially if you're mid-screen. Mixer and Tornado. Tornado was like an entire special move built around stealing turns. Tornado takes your long range and turns it into like point blank and plus frames. If you don't react to the spinning, then all of a sudden it's his turn again. It's a move you have to interrupt rather than blocking. That was cool to get under them. That was actually really neat. It's better to get the corner than it was to get any under. Super smart. The only under there is V-Skill Punch anyway, or EXDP. If he lands a V-Skill Punch, he gets trigger. That wouldn't be bad to go for. That's fine too. Kind of weird. Punish. Yeah. That's definitely enough. So smart. Making light mixer worse made it harder to steal turns. And uh, making Tornado interruptible by lights rather than invincible and projectile invincible moves. I think it has to be heavy Tornado or EX to actually get plus frames. Medium, I think you're still minus. But medium couldn't be interrupted. You had like a little... It could be interrupted by like flash kicks. Let me skip forward some. Alright, what's the next match though? Is that Momo? Good shit. In in season one, it seemed like some characters could just cancel specials into trigger if their normals into trigger was too shitty. Like if they would have too hard of a time using trigger. Um, and then other characters could only do it from normals. But now they've been shifting over very slowly to a special move basis rather than a character basis. These moves can be cancelled to trigger, but it's not going very fast. I think before too long, Ryu will be able to do DP into trigger. I think that will be something he can do by Ultra Street Fighter 5. Yeah, cheap. NCR was season 3, I think, not season 3.5. This was March 31st, 2018, so just a little bit before. Ooh, dead. Or not. I thought that worked. I guess he was too far away. That low short goes weirdly far, man. I don't like Rashid's low short. It goes further than a lot of low mediums. Like, literally, there are ranges where characters' low medium kicks don't hit Rashid, and Rashid can hit them with his low short. Isn't that kind of weird? There's no ender from those ranges. It doesn't cancel. You can only link out of it, and the only thing you can link it to is, like, jab. And jab only goes into light mixer and light eagle spike now. You can get stand jab into medium mixer, but you've got to be, like, point blank, and the opponent might be required to be standing. But you've literally got to be, like, inside them to get low short stand jab light medium mixer. It might be character specific, to be honest. Look at that punish. -4. Punish it with a -4 4-frame attack. That'll always work, but I think that does 20 damage, so. The blonde one. She's got the ice power right now. Oh, they're both Kirby. Yo, how about Kirby the Fighters? Remember that that's a video game? I played the Kirby Fighters minigame in, I think, Triple Deluxe. And I remember thinking to myself, this is like Smash Bros, but without, like, the main appeal, which is the roster. But it was literally just Kirby, like, Smash Bros mechanics. I think they made a full game that's just that, but, like, better designed as, like, a standalone game. Yeah, Subspace was Kirby with Smash Bros mechanics. But there's a Smash Bros with Kirby mechanics as well. The other way. Neat. That's the safe one now, I think. Rashid has so little VT2 to play around with, not that I'm really complaining. But it just goes, just gone, real quick. Colleen has so much to play around with. Her VT2 lasts kind of a while. Cyclone! In Season 3, I think this went from like a slightly bad match for Akuma to like a pretty even match. It might have gotten worse in season 3.5. Literally, like the crouch jab nerfs, like made this a lot better for Akuma. And Akuma already won in other areas. It's just the neutral he kind of lagged behind because that crouch jab controlled a lot of what he could do. It's not even about like jab jab stuff, what they're talking about on commentary. It's it's just the jab is easier to whiff punish and to counter poke. Medium kick to counter poke a jab like didn't work in season 2, but now it works pretty well, and that like changes the whole matchup. That doesn't seem like it would, but it does. Then you mean Samus and Little Mac? He spent a bar. I mean, he could technically win this. That was a wild bar to spend though, considering the relative health and the relative timer. That's a wild bar to spend. Yeah, SPD to build the meter, that was smart. But Zynga, that's 2 months in a row. Good shit. I never used to see you here. I guess I've now been seeing you here for a whole month. That name is unfamiliar. Well, it's not, but it is. It's new, it's not unfamiliar. Nice. Nice, good shit. That works like it's like a worse version of the Ken low forward super. You can react to a successful hit with a super cancel, but it's, it goes a little bit further than low forward, but it's not a low. And people don't block the low in this game, so lows are pretty good. I can see super stopping the clock being a good feature of this game. They should probably do that. It'd be hype. Then again, not all supers, I guess most supers in this game are animation supers. Timer skimming is cool too, though, so I don't know. I like when I see a well-calculated, like, amount of seconds remaining for timer scam. I think a lot of different supers have different timer freezes, though. Like some characters, the super freeze is really short, and some characters it's kind of long. Whoa, I went too far. I wonder if Geef had a punish there that was so far away. Tatsu was the play there. That always gets me. It's a shitty feeling. Alright. That's the... You can get 3 hits there. He only got 2. You lose a decent amount of damage. It's because he did it early. Oh. That was a good punish. I was going to say walk in, fierce, fierce. But he actually got enough walking in to get stand forward, which has much better returns. That was some good shit. Ooh. That hurts. Is that a Lariat getting beaten by a fireball? Because that's what it looked like. It must have been a stand fierce. They kind of look the same for their early frames. Zangief reeling back with his hand pulled. Nice. He's got a decent amount of V-meter considering how little life he's lost. Uh-oh. The reset was good there. Oh no. If he gets VT1, it's over. Okay, he's like immediately threw it away. That was a combo. If he was ready for that, that'd been pretty nice. Oh geez, this is kill, isn't it? I think the pull end counts as scaling, so this might actually do. Okay, I was gonna say this might be 90% of a super, but 90% of a super was well enough. The pull in counts as a hit of scaling in combos, but I don't know if it does in neutral. I don't know if that was a 90% or a 100% super. I've been thinking that actually, Super Scoot. I think when he's getting close enough that light SPD would probably work. I understand why Danny Pham is afraid to pull the trigger on that one though, because he's walking in and out. He's looking for that. But like definitely some EX or light SPDs would work in neutral here. That was a punish. Unfortunately, you don't get anything fancy after a sweep. You can't stop the opponent from backrolling. I guess if you're VT2 Geef, you can just sweep into V-trigger and then dash in, and you'll be able to get Oki off of your sweep, but that's like the only way. VT1 has way too much recovery. But you already know that. Minato Akuto. Just Kichipame. He's VT2. That's a good whip punish. Well, it makes my penis become the big penis. Me too, man. I think I had some BAF cups where I played Minot. That was... what a choke. That was an absolute choke. He would have fucked Karin up. If that was punished properly. Ooh, very nice. Yeah. Even a tiny, tiny health lead, Geef can sit on. He start to approach. Say medium kick is a decent button, but you know, the chances of it actually opening someone up are pretty low. It's like a dissuading tool, but you don't need to. Dissuading doesn't really help anything if they don't need to do anything to you. EX is not terrible to spend here, I guess. Whoa, that was a really bad activation. I guess that was okay. If she'd already jumped or already backdashed. That was cool. Oh, this kills. Good shit. EX SPD with BT2 does like 400 damage. I think Geef is not horrible right now, but a lot of Geef players think he is horrible. I thought Geef was really strong in Season 2, and a lot of people thought he was just okay. Is that really all he can get? Can he not get a stand short on sweep? I thought he could. Keith's matchups are still kind of a shitty situation. He's got still some of the most imbalanced matchups in the game. What do you mean by real? Is it a real anti-air? Is it a real fireball answer? The answer to those is pretty much yeah. It's a real anti-air, but it's iffy uh, if they can alter their jump arc. Or like delay it for like a air fireball or something like that. It still works against Akuma's air fireball. And I think Ibuki's kunai. Keith is still much better than Alex. I would tentatively say yes. No, I would definitively say yes. Even after Alex buffs. I agree with that. I don't think the grapplers in this game even really have the same slew of matchups. Maybe they do. I think Gal's pretty good against every grappler. One thing I find kind of aggravating about Sakura is that it's hard to make hard reads. Akuma has a really easy time making hard reads. He's got a good tool set for it. It's like if I have a setup that like baits out a V reversal, I can hop over the V reversal with towards Fierce. I can do like a safe jump, stand hard kick, and then react to a V reversal with towards Fierce and go over it. I can do V scale to absorb the hit and then like get a full combo. If I see like some reactable attack or some attack that I'm predicting, like someone walks into range and they do like a low forward every time, I could like do a low V skill to counter that, low V skill into punch. If I'm anticipating a fireball from close range, I can react with like a quick V skill punch. I can use V skill to absorb like Mika drop kicks and shit. It's like one of my answers to Sakura. Like I can throw a V reverse, that's it. I can't really get out of the way. Even in my neutral jump, I don't really get the punish in time unless it's like very, very precisely timed. And I've got a really good air to ground attack. Ooh. What do I do if I'm anticipating Mika to drop kick? Like, how do I beat it? I've got EXDP. Certain characters have like a relatively easy time sneaking in. Oh shit, making hard reads. And certain other characters have a really hard time making hard reads. You might say the ability to make hard reads is the mark of a rushdown character, but it's actually not. It's more of like a toolset thing. Oof. Like Ryu's not really maybe Ryu's rushdown in this game. Ryu's got a decent capacity to make hard reads. He's not like a mix-up character or anything. I missed like the whole match. There we go. There are so many scenarios with Sakura where it's like Akuma had some cool thing to do, where Sakura just gets like something very mediocre. A lot of interrupt scenarios are worse. That's an annoying thing. Like a lot of Karin stuff, as Akuma, I can do jab as like an OS. Or rather, it's like a catch-all. I can do jab as a catch-all. Like crouch jab, and it'll either be a punish, or it'll be a punish and a counter hit, depending on which follow-up Karin does. This is for like her VT1 stuff and some of her like Rasenha and Actually, that might be it. VT 100%, huh? I could do like low jab into stand forward, and it's a frame trap on. Well, I mean, it's not even a frame trap. Well, it is a frame trap on hit, but like if the jab is a counter hit, the stand forward combos. If I'm in a scenario where I only have a light normal that will interrupt in time, and I can potentially pick up a counter hit combo, it has to be for Sakura, like stand jab into low strong. Whereas like Akuma could get like low jab, low strong into stand forward, he would get like a 3-hit string. If Sakura's point blank, she can do like stand jab, stand strong, low forward. But often in Karin setups, you wouldn't actually be point blank. And if I wanted two lights, you know, it's very weak. Sakura's damage is not amazing in general. It's okay. Certain things are really weak and certain things are weirdly strong. Sakura gets damage in weird places. Like in terms of consistency, her light normal confirm is about as good as it gets. It's very consistent. But in terms of damage, it's not amazing. And in terms of like if she can't get a stand strong in an okay place, then she just gets like lights. Like you fall back on lights a lot as Sakura. How good is Karin? She's okay. If you actually look at her matchups, they're all right. There's some characters she kind of shuts down in neutral, but for the most part, she's like 5/5s. I think there's a couple matchups where she struggles in neutral. She like lives and dies on her neutral because she doesn't have much else. All of her other tools are gimmicks. She's actually, I would say she's one of the more balanced characters in the game. Terrible matchups. That's literally the opposite. Her special moves are memes. That's like the thing I hate about her. She's got like pure gimmick special moves. They just fall apart against any good player. And they're like easy crutches if you're bad. Not in the good way. I had to lab her, but once I labbed her, I like stopped losing to most Korean players. Oops, I accidentally got beaten by a Korean just last BAF Cup. But like she only has normals once you lab her specials. So if her normals don't do a lot of work in a matchup, you know, like let's say if she can't fight like Geef Jab very well, it's really hard. That was a good jump. But her neutral is pretty good against most of the cast. And by pretty good, I mean above average. Like when a lot of people say like they have to fall back on grime, you know, or like dishonesty or shit like that, what they're talking about is they're talking about uh they're talking about falling back on mix-ups with really shitty success rates, but like, you know, still technically mix-ups. Like mix-ups that are, you know, not very solid, have a low chance of actually opening the opponent up, but like are still mix-ups that still lead to good damage. But a lot of Karin's like grime that she falls back on like is just gimmicks. It's not even mix-ups. Like there's just a consistent way out. So she looks like she would be a really grimy character, but she's actually got almost no grime at all. Which also means she doesn't have a whole lot of comeback potential. Her damage is okay. Is it above average? I don't know if I go that far. Her light normal damage is like really high compared to most characters. She gets weirdly high damage light normal combos. Um, Her mediums are good. They have like good corner carry. The damage is alright. Same with Fierce's. She has the ability to convert 1 bar or 2 bars very well. Her 1 bar and 2 bar combos they add more damage than most 1 bar and 2 bar combos add for other characters. Most characters don't even have a good 2 bar combo. But Karin's is pretty good. Ooh. He got an early light Mugen. I wish that when you got that, I guess it would be hard to do for an NCR version. But I wish when you got that parry that it would always put the opponent at the height where you could get the double light Mugen. Nothing to do there, I don't think. He's still in an okay position. Ah, he. She gets like a chunk for 1 bar. I could look it up if I opened it up right now. I've got like a list of everyone's damage and everyone's combos and whatnot. But usually I look for 50 damage, but Karin gets more than that. Like a lot more. Zeku doesn't really get a lot of his good starters most of the time. Like it's kind of hard to actually get like Zeku Crouch Fierce ever. Like old Zeku Crouch Fierce. That leads to pretty good damage. But how often do you really get? You get it after a jump in. You get jump roundhouse into Crouch Fierce. If you're doing the double medium combos, you only get light up kick. That doesn't come with a V skill. That doesn't come with a stance swap. Still does okay damage, but you know, it's just okay. Young Zeku gets pretty decent damage all the time. And he converts meter well as well. He has unusually good meter combos. It's not like amazing. It's okay. It's more that his main confirm route is also his max damage route. He's one of those characters. A lot of those in Street Fighter V, to be honest. Old Zeku's main confirm route is just 2 mediums. Or even like strong into short. But young Zeku's just low strong, stand strong. And that's also like if he had a punish, that would be a starter. Probably. It depends on what you're going for. Why am I watching this? Yeah, it used to be a lot better. It used to be actually impossible for a lot of characters to deal with. And now it's like, you know, it's got its weaknesses programmed in. A character doesn't need their individual character tools to beat her. They can just use like game mechanics to beat her. Because her tools have the inherent weaknesses. Ooh. Getting a punish was nice. Solid-ish. Ibuki's damage is always low end, but the thing is, she gets unusually high damage for unusually low commit, like starters. Like her light normal combos are strong as fuck, especially when you consider meterless light normal combos. But when you look at her, like her heavy punishes, they're actually low end. Stand around a house, fucking stand jab uppercut or something like that. Hard Rida, if you want to maximize your damage. You usually end in light Rida. But theoretically, you know, that combo, still not even that strong. And it's not like you get a lot of opportunities for that one. Whew. He's pulled out a few of those. Oh my god. Safe in that context, but still. It depends on what tools you're talking about. Street Fighter 5 already has pretty good balance, so if anything is a balancing reason, the answer is probably yes. Three frame jabs. Yes, that is a deliberate thing. I can say at least for 3 frame jabs. Invincible reversals also yes. That's like mathematically considered when trying to adjust a character's defenses. And their defenses are, you know, considered when trying to adjust their tier. I'm watching this again. I mean to. Is that a sim? There's sim players in the world? There are a lot of characters, look, like this one, where it's like you don't get many chances, so when you do get a chance, you need to not, like, just get interrupted. You need to not just get ruined. Yeah, sim's not so rare. I was memeing a bit. There were like 2 today. Jab always interrupts there. He should have been ready for the counter hit combo. Stand jab actually interrupts Karin's up plus kick, which most stand jabs don't hit that. But Dalsim's does because it's got a nice anti-air hitbox. Nice is a bit strong. Good enough. Better than most anti-air jabs, or most jabs. Oh my god. That was cool. There are the ones that stand out, the ones that look like they should be universal. Really, it's just like, you know, um, the ones that stand out are the ones where it does feel like something's wrong. Like it does feel like something's wrong that Vega doesn't have a good anti-air. There isn't really a good reason for him to not have one. Mago playing Karin is pretty neat. I haven't seen this in a minute. Actually, yeah, I have. I think he pulled out Karin. Was it him? Was it him at Russell's Challenge? I feel like it was. And I feel like he pulled out, pulled out Karin. I think he was probably throwable for at least part of that pressure. Oh, it was Bonchan, yeah. It was Bonchan at Brussels. He was the Japanese Korean player who now hates Korean. Let's be honest, no one picked Korean because they like Korean. Was it Mago? Who the fuck was it? I feel like it was Bonchan now. Ooh, big damage. That combo didn't even end there. Everyone picked Karine because they wanted the top tier easy ride. And she seemed like the most obvious top tier in Season 1. And she's not an easy ride anymore. Nice conversion. I don't think he could have killed with that meter. Like, I can't think of any human way. Regular Tenko wouldn't get there in time. V-Skill wasn't going to kill. I can't think of any other thing she could do there. Besides, like, get a poke. Ugh. Yes. It is now Kemi. Kemi's the best character who's not impossible to play. That was fine. He still kind of got punished for that. I don't know if it was a punish. Oops. This is still winnable, but it's shitty. But he could technically win with, like, something like that. This isn't enough. But this will be. If up plus kick... Oh my god, really? No. Okay. Mago with the reversal super on the prayer. That's not a bad idea at that stage in the match. Kemi's not hard to play if you consider, like, difficult things to do. She's hard to play if you consider that she has to be surgical. Your button presses have to be kind of clean and neutral. Does this do? I think it is. It's a pretty hard read. I'm going to be gone in a minute. My work starts in 1 hour. I haven't showered. I haven't eaten. Whew. Same as one of those characters who actually plays pretty different depending on who's playing him. I think Japan doesn't have that many good sims. And Decadillus is legitimately one of the best sims I've ever seen. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if he didn't play it, like, near optimal. Ooh. I'm okay with Ibuki's. She only gets one, so it's not a big deal. I'm not actually really complaining about it. The damage she gets on hit is fine. No problem with that. It can be kind of good if she spends a lot of bar on it. But man, it sure is good on block. It's kind of good to just take the throw every single time. Just hold down back. But even then, she's got the teleport through you, which can potentially fuck you up. Nice. Had a combo there. That was a difficult situation right there. Block one attack, then backdash. That's not even good if she does, like, stand strong into stand short. I think stand strong is like 2 on block. Stand short hits in 4 frames. She'll hit you before you become airborne. I want to say it's 3 frames before backdashes become airborne, but it might not be universal. Smart. I think he might have been able to crush for your stat. He didn't go for it. She jumped kind of late. Definitely could have anti-aired that with stand forward. He's being, she didn't even have the bar until just now. He's being timid about anti-airs. It's not a huge deal if you choose not to bite. Really good players don't bite a lot. If they're not certain about something, they just wait. That was a good time to not anti-air because EX Kunai was very, very possible there. Ooh. I don't know what you're talking about for the super. Nice. Reversal flash kick is not horrible in block strings. It's very fucking risky, but it does work. He's running solid puncher or whatever. PT1. Nice, good shit. That's a good tag. I figured it was like around the end of match, first round. What an odd combo. Yeah, I'll frame trap all the way down for that little sequence. Um, there are only a few examples. Guile has invincible regular DPs, so they're crush counterable. Same with Ryuken, Akuma. Sakura's are not invincible. I don't remember about how juries work. Jury has invincible DPs for the medium and heavy one, but I think they're not crush counter punishable. I don't know. Yeah, if it has a little bit of invincibility, then they still make it crush counter punishable. If it's like grab invincible or uh, third frame invincible, which is how the Shadow DPs work, and also Go. But then you have stuff like Ed, Psycho Upper, which I think has no invincibility, the non-EX version, and that's not crush counter punishable because it's got nothing. Or like Sakura, Sakura's DPs have like no invincibility, except the EX one, which has a lot. Ew. Even in the EX kin, I wouldn't have saved him there. I gotta go after this next one. That Psycho Icing is Ed Psycho Upper is not. Could have just not jumped. Bonchan? Wow. How about this matchup? Nice punish. Or combo. Counter pressure. Counter pressure into full combo. BT1 just got some fat buffs. It's actually kind of good. BT1 used to be a really good trigger, and then like the standard for triggers went way up, and now BT1 feels a little mediocre. Nash BT1. Love that. Who was that? I remember the Kabai, the yelling whatever bullshit. What match was that? It was like Mena versus someone. Nice. Go Ichi. I don't think I actually watched that match. Was that at this tournament? Was that NorCal? That kind of shit's terrible. Wow, straight to flash kick. Like that. He was like, if I hit any button, I won't be able to land a flash kick. And I'd rather land the flash kick than the button. So we did far away jump in into flash kick. That's really cool. That's like an insanely cool decision. Low-key very smart. Didn't help him much though. Nice. Yeah. V-trigger's there. He should have done it there. That was it. That EX boom. Would have had a kill right there. Can't do anything. No booms. Oh, counter hit, not a punish. Nothing to do right now. That was risky. That was a risky flash kick. Why would you not just throw a boom? I know flash kick lets you approach with boom charge, but still. If Nash threw a boom at the same time, then he would have been able to punish the flash kick. Nice. He could win this. Oh, he got it. Good shit. Alright, this won't be, like, laid out properly. That's pretty distracting. That's pretty distracting. I would have paused. I'd have been like, fuck. There's me. I'd have been like, shut this man up. I would have swung. That cancel to trigger seemed late. Oh, it whiffed. Whiff. That's punishable on whiff. Yeah, he picks Nash depending on the matchup. It seems to be his preference, actually. Love that combo. Nash is Nash is kind of weak in my opinion. He did get nice buffs though. Alright, I gotta go to work. It's been fun.